Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by the channel and checking out another episode of Hi-Ho Silver. If you like relics, all kinds of different relics, this is the video for you. Let's go see what we found.
Okay guys, had a penny signal here, and in the plug was a lock. I don't know why, but I always like the locks and the keys. Wouldn't say that's particularly old, but a lot of fun. Okay, we had a 41 signal, but it was banging pretty loud, louder than a penny normally would. So we uncovered it, and here we have a house key. And by the shape of it, looks like it might be vintage, although most of the time with the vintage ones I see a pretty coppery color, but and I got a little kiss from the shovel. We'll clean it up and take a look. Hey, how's that for a cool rural birdhouse? How about that? And look how beautiful this is. Nice spot out here this morning. Gorgeous scarlet there.
This target has a lot of background noise, so apologies for that. But on this target, the detectorist can't seem to find the target. See if you can find it before I can.
Oh, yeah. GoPro, find my lost target. Ooh. Nice. There's a dog tag. Pretty modern. Got a name and a number. Yeah, got a nice signal here. High 40s. Fairly deep, fairly soft. Let's see what we got. Let's hope it's another silver. That'd be 3 for today. Well, it's in the plug, but I don't know that it's ringing up real nice in the plug. Not real deep. Look at that. That looks like a nickel taco, possibly a quarter taco. Crazy. We'll clean it up and show it to you. Okay, we got a shallow 26, 27. Probably a pull tab, but right there in the plug. Yeah, there's your old friend. That is not a pull tab, that is a broken key, but boy is that vintage. Check that out. Beautiful. So I had this 43 signal thinking it was a penny. It looks like it might be something different than a penny. Don't know that it's real nice or precious metal, but I'm going to clean it up and find out. Looks like it was a pendant. In 40s, it could be silver, I suppose. We'll clean it up. I'll get right back to you. Yeah, so this thing is a pretty cool pendant. It looks like a couple of swimmers. Although they look kind of ghosty, but looks like swimmers. Don't see anything on the back. It's ringed with a kind of a wheat stalk, kind of laurel there. There's a tiny marking on the bottom, but I'm going to clean it all the way up and get back to you. So, pretty cool find no matter what, but could be silver. So this one was quite an ugly signal, and took me a little bit to get it in that side hole, but this one is actually a little lock, little decorative lock. So we'll clean it up and get it home and see if there's any markings on it. Maybe I can tell what it was, when it was. Pretty cool. Love the locks. How about a shallow 42? Quite likely a penny. Piece of trash. So I thought I had a piece of trash in that shallow 42, but I thought, boy, that just doesn't seem like a 42. So I cleaned it up, and by golly, that might be a little piece of silver. Okay, so this is my trash, right? And it looks like it says love you in the shape of a foot, and that's the back of it. It's stamped in there. It's stamped in there. I think that says sterling. Oh goodness, nope. It says Hong Kong. Dadgummit. So I doubt if that's silver, and it's awfully light. So it's a cool find. Got a 44, 45 here. Let's see what we might have. Got a key. How about that? I don't know why, but I love finding the keys. Okay, so I had a 30 signal kind of jumping around, and this is, well, I just broke it too. Shows you how fragile things are after they've been in the ground for 80 or 100 years. That is a flattened lipstick tube. Might be able to clean it off and get some info off of it, but now that I've broken it, it's probably going in the recycle bin. Alright guys, I had a very iffy signal here. going all the way from 27 up to 43. A little bit of a hard time finding it, but look here. This is very cool. I believe that to be a 2-ringer mini ball, Civil War era. Let's clean it up and have a look. Yeah, this is a pretty cool one. So I should have done a live dig, but anyway, as soon as I saw it wasn't a penny, I figured I'd go ahead and record this. Don't suspect that's a precious metal, but might be a little pig on there. We'll see. Let me clean it up enough to figure it out. Okay, that is not a pig. That is an elephant. So, pretty sure it's not precious metal of any variety, but I wonder if it might have some Eastern Indian significance. I'll clean it up properly when I get home and show you how it turned out. So I had kind of an ugly 34 here. Pulled the plug and I can see I've got a spoon here. Yeah, it looks like it was a silver-plated spoon. Just a spoon bowl, serving size. So it's old. It's not much of any real value, but I like the spoons. Okay, I had a 30 signal here. I thought it was a pull tab. Turns out it's a big 2-piece button. Let me get that cleaned off a little bit. Bring it right back to you. Okay, this is a pretty cool 2-piece button. Can't tell the year. It's definitely a 2-piece. It's only the front half, but pretty neat design. Pretty cool find. Okay guys, I got this 34, 35 signal, which is usually a pull tab. And I popped it out of the ground, and I believe that to be a dog tag. So let's get it cleaned up and we'll see if we can't get a date off of it. Okay guys, this is kind of interesting here. I thought I had a dog tag, but looks like it says Colonial, and I think upside down, or the other orientation, I think it says 29. I'm not sure if there's anything else on the back, but it could be a cold tag or a tool tag. I'm going to clean it up right nice when I get home, and hopefully be able to look it up and tell you exactly what it is.
So I wasn't able to nail down the ID on this tag, but if you can identify it, or you think you know what it is, let me know in the comments below. Thanks.
Guys, got a real iffy signal here, mid-30s, thinking it was foil, and it looks like I've got some sort of a piece of jewelry or something, maybe like a bird skull and a beak. Let me clean that up and show it to you. It's kind of heavy. Okay guys, I'm not going to be able to clean it up enough out here to see whether we've got a marking or not. It's not shining up the way I would think silver would, but it's heavy enough to be silver. It's just kind of an odd piece. I'll clean it up in detail and report back to you. Also, this was a really junky signal, so got to dig everything. Okay, we had a high 30s, low 40s signal, and it looks like we have an old vintage lipstick tube. Hopefully I can clean that up and get a manufacturer or color or something off of it, help identify it. It's pretty cool. I like the old lipsticks and compacts and that kind of stuff, just a different era. Hey guys, got another junky 39, and it looks to me like we've got a dog tag. Shaped like that other tag I got earlier, but that wasn't a dog tag. Let me clean this up and see what we might have. Okay guys, this isn't gonna clean up real great, but this is pretty cool. This is a dog tag, and the date looks like it says 1946. I don't know how well we can see that, but we'll give it a good clean and get back to you. Awesome. Okay guys, had a penny signal, dug this out. Truly not sure what it is. Doesn't look at all like anything precious, but there's a hole in it. Might have been a medallion, maybe some writing. I'm gonna check it out, get right back to you. Okay, this is a different kind of a find. It's certainly not a precious metal, but it may have a design on that side. I gotta clean it up better, but it says Hotel Strand. It's got a number on in the middle of it, which I think it might be a room number. Hotel Strand, Chicago. So it looks like a key fob, or yep, I think that's what it is. Could be a commemorative thing for a watch or something like that. But anyway, clean it up and go in the treasure chest.
So this relic actually has some historical significance. The Hotel Strand, Chicago, was built in 1915 and is still in use today. It's actually on the National Historic Registry. So there you have it. You never know what you're going to find.
So this is pretty cool. Had a mid-30s signal. Pretty sure it was going to be a pull tab, but it looks like a big two-piece button. So yeah, we're going to clean that off and hopefully it comes out really cool. So this is pretty cool. It's obviously got a design on it. I think those are probably golf clubs there, and looks like I may even see some writing on it. Still have a shank in the back, but it's you know, obviously a two-piece button. I'd probably date it to the 1930s or something. So anyways, we'll get it cleaned up all the way and show you what we got.
Hey, if you like this kind of video, hit that like button. You could even hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, especially if there's something you want to see me do different. And don't forget, we have our very first Hi-Ho Live, 5 p.m. Central Time, August 25th. And on the lives, we'll be doing giveaways, interviews, all kinds of fun stuff. Be sure and check it out. August 25th, 5 p.m. Central Time, and we'll have a very special guest. Let's get back to the action. Maybe we can find something shiny.
Hey guys, found several things in this hole, and they're of note, but This, I think, is the coolest one. Check this out. I believe that to be a Civil War era mini ball. I'm not an expert on those, but boy, that sure looks the part in the shape. Usually I'll see a pretty kind of a white patina on it, but anyway, that one is very cool. In the same hole, I happened to find a penny, and I already put away the bottom of a light bulb, and then a little lead head of a lead toy soldier. So it's kind of a that penny was in a memorial, so boy, we've got stuff from all over the place in one hole. Okay guys, boy, I don't know. It's got some funny markings on it. On the other mini balls I found, there's been a real white patina, but we are definitely going to check that one out. Just never know what you're going to find. Welcome back, sweetheart.
This turns out to be a very cool relic. It's not a mini ball, but it is a Richmond Colt 44 bullet. It was issued by the Confederate Arsenal, and the pitting and corrosion is due to gunpowder residue. So it was likely carried into battle by an officer or cavalryman, and it's my first verified Confederate relic. How cool is that?
Scratchy 30 signal, and went down into the plug and got that, and that's definitely a vintage house key. I'll get it cleaned up and show it to you properly, but love the old keys. Okay guys, I had a ugly high 30 signal. Thought it was a crusty penny, and look here, looks like we got an old dog tag. I love the old dog tags. This one's not that old though. I see it says 1968, but you know, hey, it's still 70 years old. 60 years old, I guess. So this one was very cool. I thought it was a surface quarter. That's the way the signal was. And looks like we actually have a token of some variety. Not sure exactly what that is. Let's clean it off, see what we got. Okay, this is the second time in just a couple of weeks I found this is a recovery token. This one says specifically that it's NA, and there's a number 1 on the front, so must be for 1 year of continuous sobriety. Very cool.
This next find is really cool, and I wish I'd have gotten it on videotape, but I didn't. And the reason is I just can't record every single penny that I pull out of the ground. I get dozens in every yard that I go to, and so you know, over 5 years, that's going to be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8,000 pennies. So, but once in a while, one gets through there. I don't look at it closely enough, and then when I clean up my finds after I'm done hunting, I find a little treasure, just like this one. It is really cool.
All right, guys, we got a 45, 46, 47 here. Doesn't really sound like silver, but it's got the right numbers. Hi-ho, silver. Hi-ho, hey. Oh, it is a dog tag though. Cool. Not real old, but fun to find nonetheless. Okay guys, this is pretty cool. This is a handmade, hand etched dog tag, and oh, it does have something on this side. I'd say probably from the 70s, but nope, 1984. 1984, very cool. Okay, mid-30 signal here, and don't know exactly what I've got, but it's some sort of a tag, and many times they'll have some sort of an identifier on there. So let's take a look. Okay, so it turns out there is some writing on this. Looks like I can see it says male on the right hand side, M-A-L-E. So it's probably a dog tag. The way the little bumps are on the silhouette, I'd say that's probably replicating a bone maybe. But I'll clean it up proper, and might have a date on it. So I love finding the old dog tags if that's what it is. All right guys, got a 38, 39 signal, which is usually a crapped out penny, and boy, this is not a crapped out penny. Look here. That, my friends, is a 3-ring mini ball. Wow, that was in really good shape too. Fresh drop. Yeah, speaking of drops, fresh drop. Wow, that's in really good condition. Really gives us a sense of our history, and some of our past is not as cool as it could be, but that is certainly a Civil War era relic this morning. Welcome back, sweetheart. You guys had a nice strong signal here, not too deep, and this popped out. This, I believe, is a top of a ladies compact, pretty vintage, 30s, 40s, something like that. And I do see just a small design there, so we'll clean it up right nice and show you how it turned it out.
Well, I wasn't able to identify the emblem in this compact, but if you can, please leave a comment. Thanks.
Had a kind of a junky, iffy signal, but when I dug it, I did actually have a couple of keeper targets, and looks like this is an old set of keys. Kiss that one with my shovel. But anyway, looks like could have been a set of car keys. We'll clean them up best we can. And at first glance, I can't really tell whether those are house keys or car keys. I can see a small emblem on them, but I just don't know what they are yet. So we'll do our best to clean them up and show you in detail. So got a kind of a trashy 21 signal here. It was 17, 21, 17. Usually that's aluminum foil. Looks like I have myself a spoon. Doesn't look like anything fancy, but pretty old, and boy, that thing is fragile on that center. So I'll clean it up, and if it's really cool or I can prove it's really old, then we'll show you a better look at it.
So it turns out this spoon actually has an interesting history. It's made of a metal alloy called albata, which is copper and zinc and nickel. And the Rogers Company manufactured flatware in albata in the 1860s. So this spoon is at least 160 years old, and I'd bet it's been in the ground a long, long time. So you never know what you're going to find, and let's see what else might be in store for us.
Got another high wispy signal. It could be silver dime range, but the way this yard has gone, much more likely to be a toy car. Hey, still in the hole. Oh, look here. That is not a clad dime. It's not a toy car. That is a pocket watch. Seen better days, but that's exactly what that is. Very cool. We'll give it a little clean off. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we're going to give it a good clean. But that is a cool find. Of course, it's all crapped out, but we'll probably be able to get a manufacturer and maybe even a date range off of it. So, love finding the pocket watches. It's a different era. Shallow 5254. Could be toy car number 4, but it might be silver. Look here, that is a large aluminum token. Cool. Let's let's clean it up and see what we got. Yeah, so this is a aluminum medallion or token. It's got a dinosaur on this side and a group of dinosaurs on this side. So I'm gonna clean it up proper and see exactly what we have.
How about that? You can see clearly by the date, this is by far the oldest coin I've ever dug.
Okay, got a 40 signal, usually a little penny, and it turns out to not be a penny. It turns out to be a dog tag. Looks like it might have a phone number on the back of it. And it looks pretty modern, actually. So, anyway, Scout, I hope he had a good life. Okay, we got a little bit of a scratchy signal, but it's a high tone for sure right under this little swing here. Don't think it's a coin. It's reading up a little bit bigger, a little bit scratchier than that. Still no, whatever it is. Ooh, look at this. That is a big one. That is going to be a large token of some variety. It's pretty light. Way cool. Welcome back, sweetheart. Let's get you cleaned up. Okay. So, we do have a very cool token here. Green River Whiskeys. Picture of a horse on the back side. The whiskey without regrets. It's lucky to drink Green River Whiskeys. So, anyway, love those advertising tokens from just a different era from ours. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, I had a pretty strong dime signal of 46, and it wasn't a dime, it was a dog tag. Doesn't look very old, but do like the tags for sure. So got a kind of a funny 21-22 signal, pretty strong, but I could tell it was a long target. And here we have a fork. Nothing precious about it. It's pretty modern. Probably hadn't been in the ground more than a couple of years, but anyway, you never know what you're gonna find. All right, had a pretty strong penny signal, and got it to where I could identify it, and it's not a penny. That is a key. That is a Honda key. I do like digging the keys. I don't know why I think that's so cool, but but I do. Kind of a jumpy high signal here. I'm saying clad quarter on edge, or could be a toy car. Feels pretty big. Well, I think we probably have another dog tag here. Yep. Again, not real old, but really cool. Boy, I just love those dog tags. They're fun to dig. I got a solid 28 signal. Thought it was probably a pull tab or a piece of aluminum trash, but I pulled this out, and wow, it's well, 28 is actually a gold, one of the gold numbers for me, and this is quite gold colored. I'm sure it's not it. I suppose at the most it could possibly be gold plated, but it's broken off here. Looks like it was a part of an ornament or something like that. So anyway, kind of a cool find. Alright guys, had another penny signal. Dug this one out of the side. An old pal. Boy, I dug a lot of keys. Alright guys, gotta add a penny signal here. Went and dug it, and that is not a penny. That is a dog tag. Feels like aluminum, so it's probably not real old, but let's clean it up and find out. Okay, got a penny kind of a signal here, and it's obviously not a penny. It's like a dog tag, and I'm gonna go put some bug spray on and clean that off, see if I can't get a year off of it. Yeah guys, this is really super cool. That is a 1948 dog tag, and boy, I sure like finding the dog tags. Okay guys, had kind of a iffy signal here. Thing was stuck way down in there, but it's a nice heavy spoon. It's very small, but it's well made, and hopefully it cleans up nicely and we can get some identification off of it. Another spoon. Love the spoons.
Thanks for hanging in there and making it to the end of another episode of Hi-Ho Silver. Don't forget to subscribe. Apologies, but I just don't have time for any fish kissing today. I gotta fix my sign. Now that's the way to fix a sign. Hi-Ho Silver.